I wrote this essay that you alluded to earlier, and it's exploring this Buddhist tale of this boy who became a man, who became a serial killer, a vicious serial killer, and horrific, and body count in the many hundreds. And when he was graced with the presence of the Buddha, all of that fell away. He completely relented from this anti-human path that he was on, and he transformed to become a great monk in service to healing, and went on to help pregnant women have sound and safe deliveries of their children. And so this complete transformation, and of course, and I go into it in the essay, and those who are interested in going deeper can read that. But the essence is that it's the same idea. I wouldn't go so far as to simplify it to say that humans are naturally good or humans are naturally evil. I think that bringing that conception onto nature itself gets tricky, because if we abstract out that, we're all, if we want to take the idealist perspective, that we're all expressions of universal consciousness, then it just gets tricky, because at what point does evil emerge? It's somewhere beyond the lion killing the antelope, but it's somewhere, it's somewhere. It emerges somewhere. And so it's a concept, and concepts can be useful, but I don't know. I'm finding it is difficult to speak on this matter, because I think the concept of evil and good and evil being contrasted is too limiting of a frame. And that really the conversation is about, are you living in alignment with your true self? And your true self has its essence is of love. And so are you living in accordance with love? Are you understanding the primacy of love? And I think outside of that is where we get acts of evil. And I would go so far as to say that, and this is also part of the thrust of this essay I wrote, is that no human being is evil. No human being is evil. Acts are evil. Things that are done are evil. And that's a tricky distinction to make. But the essence of the human beings can be lost and commit acts of evil. But that does not mean that they are a bad person or an evil person or a demonic person. Some people get very, very lost in horrific ways. And, they have to ultimately be held accountable for those ways, of course. But fundamentally, we are all children who grew into adults. And would anyone dare to go so far as to call any child evil? I don't think so, if you're being honest with yourself. So where does it emerge? It's a concept. And again, it's a useful concept insofar as it's useful. So we can talk about these themes of ethics, but I would never reduce a human being to saying this person is evil. That is of their identity. Because we are all, and there's that line from Viktor Frankl, the line between good and evil runs down the heart of each person. We all carry the potential for these forces, but I think the dichotomy of integration, disintegration is useful, because if I'm integrating myself, then I'm remembering and recognizing the primacy of love. If I'm disintegrating myself, then I'm forgetting. And so where on that continuum am I? At what point does it become evil? That's a question for philosophers.